Okay. So let's start our class. From a previous lab, we tried to set up the API server and then connect to your MongoDB and try to send a request, try to get the items. So I would like to know how many of you are able to get it or like have an issue that I will come to help you. So for some this a student asked me the question about it works when I try to like run my server like on cloud. I'm able to fetch the data, send a request, but after I terminate close everything, it doesn't work. Here's the things: when we start to run a server, you will see it's running like Node.js, running a localhost 3000. So if we disconnect, like or when we close the terminal, so actually the program stops. So our server is closed. So it's not really working. So we have to make sure your JavaScript running is running under as a service. So one of the application we are using like to me like for me I'm using is called it's a package called a PM2. So you can look at it. So it's called you can use the npm install PM2 -g. -g is the called global. So you are not really installed to your folder you created, but it's under the global file of the npm folder. It's under the modules. So once you start it, I will use the one using, it's called the if you're using sometimes we can use the sudo PM2 and then you can start and if to those like if you're not yet install it, you need to install it. So first command is npm install PM2 and then -g. So it's the command you need to execute. And then after you install it, it's a successfully, then how can you start the service? You just need to using sudo PM2 and then start. I would recommend always like give your absolute path. Let's say if you're using SRV and then maybe using the class CSCI 380, and then maybe it's your file called API server or like server. So any name .js, and then we will passing to parameter. If you follow the example, it didn't give you, or you have to like scroll down. So one is called name. I use that one is a name, so I try to give a name instead of like if you don't give a name, it's just like putting the path, the folder name. So let's say I will use like CSCI 380, so I know this surface is running under this class, and then another one I put is like watch. So this one here, it will keep like checking your folders modification. So once you update the content, so it will upload and restart again, reload your script. So you don't have to, let's say, let me stop it and then restart one more time. So this one is I would recommend you to use it called the PM2. If you want to implement your own, yes, you can do. Yeah. So if you know Ubuntu better, of course you can implement. So you can just like Google it or like search it. So create Ubuntu service for Node.js and Jeremy. Okay, so okay, so it's pretty easy. Also Google gave you, so you just need to create the one called a dot service, and then we will have a called a start program, and then like stop, and then where's the directory. So you just put your directory node and then the path. So of course you can create your own service to run it in the background, or just like install the package. The node modules help you. This is the one I'm using. So it's called a PM2. So once you start this one, then you can run your API server as a background, like in the background service. Then you don't have to always say, I need to start it. Okay, and also it can make sure you are able to fetch your data anytime, like make it available. Okay, so here's the part of it. And if you still have any problem, not yet able to get the data, I will help you to fix it during the lab. But today, if you remember, I like go through quickly, cover one of it is about the CSS. Like the one we are using called the Bootstrap. So Bootstrap is a framework like for front end. So developing the like responsive user websites. So mainly it utilizes the HTML, CSS, and also JavaScript too. But mainly that one is for the our like UI. Okay, so it's like it has like responsive grid system and also like predefined components or like customable styles. So this we can use. Of course, you are feel free to use any other UI plugin is okay, any framework. So let's say pretty common is called the semantic UI. If you want to refer to that one, you can use that one. So I'm not really saying you have to use this one, okay? Because the index changing and also time to time, maybe this one is better than another one or based on your needs. So you don't have to say, okay, I only allow to using Bootstrap. No, you don't know, really, okay. And when you need to install it, just using the npm install Bootstrap, or if you want to refer to it, just always search it because the Bootstrap working with React, so you can search it like React Bootstrap, and then you can just look at it. Okay, I say introduction, and then how can we install it? Okay, npm install React Bootstrap and Bootstrap. So you see, we need to install two of them, and this one is more specific, provide for the React. Bootstrap, it may be more like generalized framework, but they have some like really specific for React. So this one will recommend you to install it. I will for the class, I will let you to like try to use all this framework to build a button, how to but I will complete the introduction of this one. So it's kind of same. So under your project, you can just like import it, or just like we import it as a package. So right here, maybe if you want to use it, you say import the button from React Bootstrap button. Then you can just use it. After you import it, then you can use it in your the components. So let's say if you need to use the button, you can just like call it like this. Okay, and also refer to the documents. I really like recommend you not only just like follow me, but also like look at it. Here, there's a button as link, and then it defines the color. Maybe if you want to change the color or like the any other special style, or you can based on top, you can have your own CSS too. Okay. Here's one of a really basic one, just like create a container and then just like import it, coding the Bootstrap. And also we have something called the navigation bar. So I just like give you some sample code. So you can follow this one, copy and paste, and then put on yours. Then you can use it. Okay. So try to remember to import using the Bootstrap. So here's a sample code, but you need to learn how can you import it. We have one is called the inline, or like using the package, or one is like just directly use it. Just like import as a CSS. Okay. And I just like quickly go through it. And then maybe let's say if you want to create some like responsive layer, so maybe it will detect depends on the width. Maybe it's for website, for the tablet, or it's a cell phone. So also we can like define it like with the different size, like using this predefined the UI framework. Okay, so not only Bootstrap, also let's say symmetric UI, also they have similar plugin you can use. Okay, and let's say if you want to import a card, so you just need to import it, and then just maybe you have an image, then import the image, and then the card body, and put the name. Of course, I will show you all those like details. You can click on it. Just like here's some example. Let's say if you need to use a form, I will create a form and then just like a function, return it as a form, email address, and then checking email and password. Sometimes like for the password, you will like have a hidden, right? So also it will have a CSS for you to hide. So once you type it, it will change to the abstract, the star shape. And also, of course, like we have the called the apps.css or like under your same pages, like the JS file, you also can declare your own CSS file. So I can show you the details of this. And also we can like based on some media, also we can check it predefine like this, like based on the media, then we can change the navigation bar direction is a column or horizontal. So one more thing is like when you copying, just remember, try to break down the UI is like reusable components. So what's reusable? Let's say we have a navigation bar. We are not really implement the navigation bar like for every pages. From the example, let's say I have a homepage, a bus, contest, or maybe if you have some products. So you are not really like copy all those code, the navigation bar, like to all the pages, but you will create the one specifically say, okay, this one is called the navigation bar.js. So after you implement, just import it to all your other files. Okay, so you just try to do it. Maybe you will build a footer, or like you have a form we use in other pages. Then try to like think about when you implement. Or of course, like if you need some more experience to build a website, then you need to just, okay, when you figure out, okay, I will use this component several times, then you just like take it out and create a new JS file and put it, maybe some of them, there's some like specific components, then you can create a folder, group them together. Okay, or like something for the pages or just like parts, then you can have a color parts and then maybe header, footer, and then some like certain columns. Then you can do in this way for better stage, and also consider using the stage management library to create the app. So far, just like for the idea of using the Bootstrap UI, and why not I will just go through a few. Okay, right here the groups is like, okay, I have only one row, so we can create a container after we install the Bootstrap UI. We always start with the container. So container, it doesn't have anything, just like it's a kind of like empty border. Okay, so everything start with it, and then we need to import is a row and column. So it will look like this. Okay, so if you want to is occupy the whole, and then if you need to like create a forward, just define a forward. So all of this like you maybe need to try by yourself and see. Okay, I want to see how does it look like. Just copy the source code and put on yours, and then you can test it. Okay, and after we have something called a stack. Okay, stack. If you want to create a list like this, like first item, second items. So I can recommend because some of you are trying to get the list right from your website, connect to it. So start with this. Okay, try to make a list, stack list, and then put all your items. You have like you send a request to your API server, then we will return a JSON array, right? So try to save your try to make your UI looks better using the Bootstrap. So you can make it like this, a vertical, or you can put it as a horizontal, still okay. So horizontal, so you just need to define the direction. So this one is just by default, by default, then you just vertical. But if you want to change it, then add direction horizontal. So you can do it in this way. And if like one on the left and two on the right like this, then you can like once say auto, then you can set it like this. Okay. And one more like breakdown. So let's say if you want to create a navigation bar, you can do it in this way. Because sometimes the navigation bar, you're not really that preset. Maybe you will say using your MongoDB or MySQL to say, okay, so what are the menu bar content? So maybe you have the homepage, about contact us, maybe more other stuff. But sometimes it will change dynamically. Okay. then you will fetch it from your server. Then you can do it in this way. Okay, based on the data I receive, then create a list. Of course, you can also using a predefined. So you can see the third item, it put down. Sometimes you have one is maybe called, if you have online shop, maybe I would make this one is like it's the card, or like add to my card, and then or like maybe this my account. So maybe right here is specific for your account. So when you design the UI, then you, or also the UX, then you can choose the one you need to. So this one is more like about layout. So it doesn't have a really content. And then for some, like if we have the form, before I ask you to create a form, right? To let the user input some name and then just show the information. For that one, you are not really required to make it really like fancy, looks nice. But when you really need to create, let's say we have a contact form, then you can import it. So how it looks like will be like this. If you want to follow the UI like this one, also the layout, you can just copy it. So yeah. And you can change the size by how does it define the size will be like let's say the size like LG large or like small. So you can change it, or if you want to disable the input, you can use the disable input like this. And pretty common also, sometimes you maybe let the user to choose it. One by default like stack one, like this one, or like the radio you can choose. And also you can have a switch. And sometimes if you want to, before they input some information, if you're not allowed, then you can try to make it as a disable. And then once the user inputs certain information, then you allow it, then you can change it to enable like this. And inline, so right here, so just like follow right here. And the mapping function, you will see a lot is the map. So for mapping is like if you have a list, based on mapping, we have the type, and then it's more likely it's an array. That in practice you need to learn is when we receive a JSON file returned from the server. So most of the time, it's just like first maybe come with the array and then with the multiple item. Then we will use the mapping function. So mapping is like, okay, I will base on the return value, the returned items, right? And maybe we have the name. So we can define the name or value or something else. So it's more running as an array. So one item by item inside. And that's how this one created. So you see, actually this one is just like create for one list, but because we have the mapping function, so you can see we have multiple. And then later the last one is the disabled. So that's how it looks like. And reverse one, and we have more. Sometimes if you want to have some input groups, let's say if you want to let them to input the username, you will see like this, the add, or sometimes they need to input with their email account. You can put like this, or like URL. So you can pick the one you need. Okay. And if you want to check right here, okay, first one is the username, and then you can copy this one input group, and then the group username, and you are able to use it. So you can refer to this document and just pick the elements you need to create your UI. Okay. And we have so many things. I cannot really like cover everything, but you can try to refer and looking for something you need. Like for the button group, maybe you're grouping those like button together, then you can choose it. And maybe this one you think, okay, it's not looking pretty to you, or like it may be not enough to you, then you're welcome to like import other UI. So another one is pretty common, because semantic UI. So also this one also is designed for React too, so it's pretty nice. And let's say if you want to create a list, then you can use this one. Maybe the list format like this. If you want to create a list in this format, then you can just look click on it and then check the source code. Okay, so will be like this. And then how can I integrate with the mapping function? Then I'll let you to try it later. Okay, or like in this way, or sometimes if you want to have a placeholder, like similar thing right here, placeholder right here. And also maybe we can have from other icons. Sometimes maybe you need to have some icon. So also you can import like semantic UI and then you can choose all this. Okay, just need to put the name. So when you need to put the icon, just like using I class and then give the name. So you are not really giving any random name, but because based on the UI you import, you need to refer to their document and say, okay, if I want to use this one audio description like this AD, then just go to find it. So it's a third one. So it's audio description icon. So you need to put this name. Okay. Maybe sometimes if you try to need to create an arrow, so just check the arrow you're using and then pick the one you need and then just go down and choose the name. Okay. Here's the one of it. You can choose the Bootstrap and also the semantic UI. And also if you want to use it, pretty similar. So just looking for the UI and then maybe if you want to check how can we install, because sometimes when you import, they will ask you, okay, maybe you also need to copy the JS file too. Then you just copy and paste, it's okay. And for the decay, like jQuery API, and if you want to see, we have npm install. And then you see, because all the package, they are available, you are able to find them on the npm. So npm, this one is the modules, like all those, like they upload to this platform, you can use it. And they will tell you how can you install it and how can you use it. But of course, we always need to refer to the their official website. So for this, they always have their official website. So you just like click on it. So it will redirect to the React semanticui.com. So right here, and just like you can check all those requirements right here, and then how can we install it? So suppose it's not that difficult to import, but you need to try and how can you use it? So right here you see we need to install the semantic UI React, semantic UI CSS. So will be both of it right here. So using the npm, or sometimes we will like import it as the source file. In this one, like JS, under depends on which JS file you need to use. Sometimes you can declare in global, or like for specific JS file, you need to use the CSS. Then you can call it. And another one is called a CDN. You will hear about it. CDN, that means that you don't have to install it, but you just import it. So you will see it comes always with the a link, their domain and then their file. So you just need to think about, does this one maybe have sometimes like offline? If you try to implement or develop this project, maybe running like offline or locally, you're not allowed to request the CSS like from their website. Then you need to think that I have to install it and try to pack it with together for production. But you say, okay, I want to reduce my file size. I don't want to install so many things. Then you can use the format we'll be using, we call the CDN. Just like try to import from their website directly. If you know the link and also the script. So this is how we call them. So we have two different ways. One is using an npm to install those package and with inside the node modules, and then we can import it, or just like directly using the link and the source file to use those files. Okay, so here's the two way to use the Bootstrap UI or semantic UI. So why not we just like on top of this, because we are working as an example is about us and the context and homepage, right? So for practicing, why not just let you to install the npm and then modify those pages. Okay, and then within this time, and then I will help you to fix some problem, no matter it's about your MongoDB, and then set up your API server, or you cannot fetch the data, then I will come to help you. And then for the others time, you can work on the yeah. Question? Oh no, okay, yeah. So yeah.
There we go. Is this, I missed the first one. Just 20 minutes last, sorry about that. Is this going to be an issue where you're doing locally previously? Then we would be
Locally. When you are building the React, this one, why not everything still local? Okay.
I think I sent it to you. Lectures.
Okay.
Yes. And then for some reason my computer was automatically saving things to OneDrive.
Okay, to the OneDrive.
Screwing up all my it's like, oh, everything has OneDrive. Crap.
Okay.
So yeah, I feel like
Okay, if you need, I can. Okay, yeah, okay, I can help you. Like if you forget some steps, I can help you. Yeah. Okay, and for those like really like able to follow the steps, then you can start with the Bootstrap. Because so far, if you can, okay, when you're working, I just talk about one thing. I try to create a group. So because for the project, you need to complete pretty so many things. That's why I kind of in the last lab, I kind of like rush to telling you everything, no matter using the React, also the API server, connect to the MongoDB. So because for the class size, maybe you can try to form around like 3 to 4 as a group. So I know it's a lot of workload because like including the React itself, also the API server. So it's a lot of work you need to do. So maybe around like 3 to 4, you can form a group. Let me know. So I think you can join by yourself. So you can like form a group and join. Okay. And for the topic, you are feel free to like after you decide maybe 2 weeks later, you need to I will ask, please let me know, just pick any topic you want to do. So it's nothing limited. Like if you want to be, let's say I want to create a website is for online store. Okay, yes, you can sell any product. Yes, then you can create. Okay, or if I want to like I love sport, then I want to like create or like I want to create one for AM like sport homepage like this. Yes, you can do it. Yeah. So try to create a database using the MongoDB and have some data. You have to like import some data, and then at least you need to perform as how can you insert the data, also get the data, update all these things, and then those like API. And that's what the new assignment coming out. So I will let you to post like how to create the API server. Great. So, but that was much more less simple. So you just need to create get and post methods. So if you're able to follow the class, like based on my example code, you should able to finish the assignment. And just based on this assignment, then you should able to finish the whole project. Okay, just extend it. Okay. And for the React, then you need to choose like the source code components, and also if you want to make it looks better, like looks nice, then you need to use the UI, those like CSS. Of course, you can use the preset like this predefined, like we add Bootstrap or asymmetric UI, or you can define your own CSS. Like you can change the color, shape, or like if you find something online, it looks really fancy, I want to use it, study and try to import it. Yeah, but you feel free to use those things. Yeah. Because it's a process like looking for some library and use it. So I'm not saying, okay, I have to do everything by yourself. I'm not really that harsh on me. So just like it's also a process like learning how to check the document, look at the document. If you want to like working on like software engineer and like working things like this, you always need to look at the some example and on a document. Okay, if I want to let them select it, then how can I use like import this one. Maybe when you try to copy and paste, it doesn't work. And another step, how to do the debugging. So you. Okay, so let's say I have a return this a form, right? Okay, so if you just make it as one single component, just create a new JS file. You can call the select base example this one. So let me create. Do you remember how can I embed the code within the pages? If you remember the about site data fetcher, if you remember this one. Okay, so if you want to use this one, because I didn't install it right here, let's say I want to use the form. And like this one, maybe I will create a new JS file. So right here, I will create a new file. So I just maybe I will use the name, new file right here, .js, and I just import everything. Okay. Okay. So this one we export as a name, right? You see the slab basis example, and then I want to use it in my contact us. Maybe below it right here, and just put it right here. And then what should I do? Import, right? Import from the slab base and then from, and just put the name. So what's the file name? .js like this. Okay. That's how you use it. So this form will comes out just like below it, okay, under this title. That's how you use it, okay. But if you, let's say I want to just put it in some part of it, then of course you can do it. You just copy this part. Let's say I want to use the form select. I just paste it right here. Maybe you just use it once. Then you can do it like this. But you're thinking, because as I say, we need to think about reusable. Then maybe I use this form again. I'm going to use again. Then I will prefer to do it like create another JS file and put it right here, and then just export it. Okay, so that's how you do. Can I answer your question? Okay. So either way is fine. So no matter I put it like this or just copy the form, it works. But if you want to use the form directly, then you need to use the import. Put the import right here. The header from the React Bootstrap. Okay. So either way is fine. Don't copy the all. I just let you know the comments right here. Okay. So either way you can do it. Okay. And I will come to help you. Yep.
So how does your strategy about connecting to your
It may correct, but yeah. So my server maybe not working. No, yeah. So yeah.
And I had the same problem. I was trying to get stuff done and then literally found out.
Okay, it was okay. Okay, that's why it always happen like that. Okay. I will come to help you. Let's start over again. Okay. It took a time, yeah. And
What's the? Yeah. Two commands. It's basically saying 4 points behind out. I put in basically in Amazon there's a console you can use. Yeah, using it using video console and keep those commands there. Lowest the website on it. And then yeah, so I search. Yeah, I really search every single guy, and that's the only one that works. One thing, the type in the second command was it says SSH, just SSH. Yeah, I tried every single guide after that. We don't know. Oh, the. Oh, that's it. You can see, I would give you, but you know, so last one. Oh, yeah.
Your local consultation is gonna. CSCI gets on us. Identify.
Like. Yeah, Zen like his big spacey artificial snakes.
I couldn't, lucky the other day, I could not get sand, I got sedge.
Yeah.
So I literally, I was trying to look for stuff. So we can do it. Then I was having more time and stuff. All of a sudden. I would say. You just have to be careful to not. For a while. Well, I don't know if I need to get. This is when you like download stuff and automatic. Yeah. I don't. Yeah. This one. OneDrive. Because OneDrive happens to be on. I don't know, I got so sick of it.
So when you look into a song, we always need to use our shifts in our thoughts. So this one. So the end is always very hard to implement. It's only the interact line that slowly. And also. Like gender recall or something like that. Let's say if you want to.
That's when you start thinking about.
Yeah.
Even start it.
They have people working.
I thought you started doing something like that.
I was thinking. If you receive,
Yeah, it's just a long term concept. So if the project's like, which never works out, it's something. So we need a website, we need a server, a database. That's the basic. We shouldn't need to do it. Yeah. But we don't.
But you need to involve in that thing.
We don't have to be responsive.
We'll be using it for.
Something.
Yeah, our experience.
Or
we could reload it.
No, I'm not making a suggestion.
So also.
He's trying to. What'd you say?
Yes. Wait. I want to make it.
I'm gonna be the bridge. I'm gonna be the bridge. He said.
So it's not gonna be like
Okay.
that.
He said no longer do you. No, no, he said no longer do you, because no longer do you sucks. We're using this.
I'll expect Will to start talking. This is like, this is like the animation version of paper behind.
So, you know, no,
They do that?
Yeah, they don't get.
Oh, no, I thought you meant the other.
No, I didn't.
Thank you for being very.
Yeah, because I knew.
I'm not happy with her. I'm really not happy with how I'm wired. I'm displeased and,
And then therefore we're updating my brain.
so they come up with the item, but yeah, sure.
I saw a tweet for this, and said I wish you could take my brain out. The reset, put it back.
Like it, like back in.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Probably feel really good.
Actually, that takes over. I have like multiple.
Maybe you can try.
Yeah.
So.
It has a very good. Before, so you don't find it. You don't know. It might be on something.
Yeah. Also just.
Good to move on.
You.
Move on every day. It's actually just covered with some.
Oh.
When I want it to look like I have a shape for a while, I go.
Maybe you can switch like based on your feeling, like so this means they let you.
Where is the break? Where's the shoe box? Okay.
There and.
Okay. So, have you execute and run it? And you, try to, as a first step, we try to do, okay, try to check, like.
Yeah, so I think you all know the name.
That's better than just having.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you think we can get it done, let's go with that, and then the next one is so have you? Anything else gonna take like still, what are the
Yeah, I've been trying. I like to take it, because I don't have any money.
Show me what
the break in my computer. I have to fix it. Just, and what Alexa takes, it's not really fixing it so much, it's taking it for. And the blower motor went out on my green Jeep, so.
So anything that soft style should be under.
I'm gonna have mine just a little bit. Like a fire alarm, or more, I can-
So you can use it.
So this one with the connector is getting 12 volts, even if I wiggle it around. just make it work.
Yeah, what's in here?
Don't know 90% of what it does, but I think that's from home. Generous. What?
So one like high school or something, this stage. One of it's like.
They're probably surprising, so then I felt.
Available to like receive it, that means, okay, you're looking to.
All that stuff. Or almost supposed to be with time.
But how is that with the assets kind of when, then we need to get the engineering to have a job.
And the lady was like, "Wow, you did really well."
Yeah, I have it all in the back of my head. Yeah, it's just this right. I did a geography course and like. I got through into, I basically got some like some six files, they basically, like, early in the game to competition. I was like second place to get in, but the thing is, I was a backup, I was like, I said, because the guy I got a really hard geography question, the other guy got, where did he live? We need the locations that they have. So basically, luckily, I got into contact with Silk, because they basically had another thing of second place people. And once I got in contact, I knew what country fast moving is celebrated. Yes, it's like, and when I felt the content, I didn't make two where I would say, okay, so make an express API. I didn't take it well at first, but I was not angry, I was like sad. Yeah, so I'm like sad, like. And then yeah.
Anybody wants that?
So when we get a problem, so that problem is like you so this is names. So if you change it to other names, not API,
That's like going up with nothing in place, like starting.
Then you can change
Yeah.
and it's and then which one is the final?
And then.
First time I looked at it,
So awesome.
It's a good behavior. I was created. For me personally, I like to say that I try to use and get something. But if I want to, let's say, create a new item, and I say, something. If I want something, I can say, put that. But I still using the method. Okay, we have some other method, let's say, but we are fairly used as, yeah, but maybe just for assignment, I let you. But in reality, implementation, you're very useful. So, and also one thing I'm showing you in example, the same name. That means like even we have same name, but with different method, it's okay. Because the happy case, if you have same get method. Are you sure? Same you recommend what I do? Even also collection. I need for error.
Forgetting to try.
So that's why we need to put a different name. But if we have different method. Or you also now working, try and install Windows subsystem.
And then, so
And
within,
get like SSH from
so
there.
within this, like the interface that engine into.
Yeah, so we can modify it.
So then within like the SOB, CSCI, API,
I don't know.
How many-
Email by. So
like,
I need to look like pictures for the actual. This one, but once you.
Reminds me, it's
Like,
like.
using the color NPM for NPM three. I'm building one that's for the development. You know, once you build it, we have put each file. And you need to.
I got one
also
also
like
like
a location you define.
I got
If you
I got that,
like
like,
hello.
Harry Potter.
Yeah.
Okay, so you
Because
need to
like
find it.
my Nginx is still being set up, because I.
It's not yet like, okay, yeah. So you need to.
At least.
At least like, if we go back.
Oh, you'll. Down by looking at the
We
date.
follow, let's say if you follow this one,
I'm like, I'm
then
so.
this one. So if you want your, build folder, but this one, so.
So what can I be doing?
And it doesn't matter where did you.
Okay,
put the-
that is actually very helpful.
Yes. Because I want to.
We go back to the project.
It's running as a service, like in the back. So originally, it doesn't have here, where you put the yes or not.
So that's fine.
I just tell her.
Okay, so it's a folder. No matter how you forward to local page, we have to check it out.
So within this directory.
Someone else, she was in the last
You do the
one.
npm
We-
build,
yeah.
and then that'll.
Upload all those, yeah.
And then that's where you put like your applications and your.
Even those, but nobody we have the elections.
Okay,
I think I have.
so then what do you put in the?
Is it okay?
No, once you build, I want to show you the.
Yeah.
So once you build it, you will have called a static file folder. And then under the static, so, let me see, I forgot where did I put it? Okay, website, okay, build. Okay, so right here will be all those like, the file you built. Okay, So after you execute the build file, and then this one will be the static, all the information. So you need to upload everything. Okay, so under build, like right here under this folder,
All the things that we had to make it run locally, we put those into that build folder.
once you use the npm build, it will generate the static files for you to upload it to your server. So it always like come with the index. So you will see it's called the app.js is the entry point, right? But for production, you won't be able to see the app.js anymore, because when they build it, it will create the index HTML file. Okay. Okay, so it will including your CSS and other files, like the kind of like translate everything, interpret everything, and then create a new file. As I told you, because like the file called a JSX. So everything right now we are building is a component. But for a browser standard, the HTML, they don't know how to read it. Okay, so for the npm, it will try to like translate it and build a new HTML file to let you see it. Okay, so for the later for the class, I'll tell you, like once you build it, you will see a static file. Okay, yeah. But if you're interested, you can run it, yeah, and try to then you're able to see the static file like this. Yeah, under your folder, yeah, project folder. Yeah, your project, yeah, you will see the build file. But if you didn't build it, I think you won't be able to see it right now. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's a channel.
It's not the kind of where you have to ask something to it, to actually get to it, it's like, I mean, do some, like an online store, you see what it's so many things. I'm trying to do a better version of this.
Because if you do it in the program, we have to do it.
Let's say I insert one thing good, something, but it's pretty good. Yeah, I know some errors. Pretty good by our so this one depends on I'm getting good at, like, when they say cryptic or messages.
It's an AI customer. You ask the questions, it's like, I didn't know.
Yeah, I mean, it's only small.
I'd be okay with it. It's a real.
And then I have more information than I would be able to. Yeah. You guys know.
So literally, I'm trying to think about the characters in the.
You don't have errors, yeah, just like you can pick any element you want to use. Actually, the one like this, you should have some error. Then you need to verify it. Okay, yeah, so you cannot go against and we first
Realized for me that
or we put an official website.
I think
That's
that's
why
a
we
little
like
bit coupled with.
the attention. And so
So in case it is, I can remember them.
Working nice.
Please. So I'm not really saying I do have to use all the elements. But once you know how to use one, then you should be able to know how to use all of them. So when I say in the lab, yeah, I cannot actually what I when you working
The internet is not.
So,
I'm gonna have like, all my.
But this is not.
How many times is?
Yeah, it's like chocolate.
When I'm on the.
Right.
And then.
I can't do
Oh,
that.
It's like, it's like.
I know what I'll do, that's like, okay, I do my face.
I'm gonna be it, right?
Like, somebody's gonna be around here.
Relevant.
Right.
I already.
There's a lot of stuff that's not just that.
So you need to be from them.
I'll be honest with you.
So what?
Probably this is.
What?
See what I'm saying? Like. I would go online looking where. Because like you can go online, especially. Then obviously, like, well, I remember when I did my this year, it was like questioning, you know, like not. Like how you handle stress, like this scenario or that scenario. Professor.
No, I'm also really good at de-escalation, which is great. So a lot of times, you know, you can let them do everything else.
Yes. And in my part, I just feel part of it, if we just look at this, we should get that. But if we follow the sample from here,
You're not
usually,
mediating.
if you install the package like correctly, because we have. Actually, when you install the push check, with the JS and 16 all included, yeah. Okay, so.
Although the way you handle it, that's. I don't think that's even my editing one time. I didn't leave it too long.
So just go back and you should have.
And then, yeah, I'm doing that.
If yes, then that's.
Yes.
I don't want to be excited. Some of the skills are very. So. Or. Like you learn online with them.
So when the.
What, something people really. Really help them get solution. Is, when someone has concerns or they have things that need to be done, that has been done. Is make sure they know or what they're requesting.
And you need to.
And then go back through all of it with them to make sure, it's okay, I want to make sure that we take care of you, as well as possible. I don't want to miss some things. This is what I. Back over that, so and also if they're being. They're at that point to the person.
And you see this actually, yeah. Okay, so this one is the structure.
And offer you good things. Yeah.
Oh.
If we don't have it, then we need to not. So that we are. So that one we want to page back.
So.
So this one.
It's like a.
It's a independent, so one now.
For example, anybody, no matter.
We can also leave this file.
Special finance, which is for.
Yeah.
They're gonna choose you from.
So you can just put
It'll be at this.
because you all the treatment is the same, they can be super.
Or something like HVAC or. You know, there's some just doing that stuff. So.
Okay, and next time, I will.
Credit.
Translator, do it.
I know.
So one of, I feel that it's okay. Is this. And one of the next.
But they actually.
We need to.
Expensive.
If you show it like it's running on local. And what we need to do is one night, we don't bring us on.
Like, oh, you know, it's like, oh. Or you get people who. Because, you know, sometimes it's great, but you have to.
I get it. Because we did five. And we got some. Just need to change that.
Yes, the work stuff. So, well, consider a lot of maybe doing it right now, it's not sure actually.
So just when it was that. Then.
I don't want to go at the time,
It's working.
what I'll let you. Do we? Yeah.
So
we can help one of us, or I can. Like all data should be on the database, right? So you just put the database on AWS, and then you just set standards for how you access that data. And then it should.
Yeah.
Yeah, but what did you see? As you was, showing me those, but. More like a help desk. That's not.
It seemed like.
Thirty minutes.
But I don't know if these are numbers.
So this is my.
Or the, yeah, and what I can do is we can do like a template React charges, everyone can have that, and then. The files that we modify, so and stuff, those we can.
Yeah, I was gonna suggest it, so really what.
Interesting.
I have one. I have that.
So they need to remember. I don't know, what's the year or something?
Yeah. Just have to go down there using the.
And then if you.
You can just push it, I mean, there's a way in someone's on their CS code, they go right, push it,
I don't know how to do this.
that.
I remember that being like that. And then our, application program development.
They test that configuration, if it works correctly, then you can use system CPU apps, low engines. Basically, that is alternative to Nginx, more popular than Nginx, because we changed that configuration. So we use Nginx.
No, that is, the React has a server on it. And so you just use React. And what would you do?
Moderators, it's like some power mods out there, like a moderator, like hundreds of subreddits.
No, that's okay.
Yeah, that's a good way to get it. Use my Nazis.
It's not, this is the question.
Yeah,
It's not.
Yes. We open the side, that's what they have to probably raise the stuff out saying how. Like.
That's what I've heard, crap on the monitor. One of them, like, my previous. That was for about family view competition, like 4chan ranked it, these for top people was in there, that were on, like the second production rank.
That's right, it's like.
Yeah, instead of being the flavor now, do electric apple.
Yeah.
Never heard of it.
It's just.
It was good, like the guns that initially advertised, they actually last more. But they, did one of their. So it's like.
All this stuff, they
They sent me like a full box of like, I forgot what the name was. Yeah. well, what it is made.
Yeah.
It was supposed to be like a particularly. Yeah.
I mean, public company, like 4chan, there's two competition where to play ads, schools like one, what 4chan did, is they originally competition where the original school that was school to death.
Well, actually,
Why do you like it?
Then you go to site and then go.
I'm gonna say.
And you have to do the directory of.
Somebody also gave, was the last two.
So you have to do
Yeah.
So one like it's all. It should be great that you actually have what's happening. But it's not like- Yeah, so we, so we end up.
That's really cool. It's just.
It's kind of like the music, like I'm big out with like most modern artists, they don't want to fix your butt. It's don't have genres there. It's really have that rock. The other house is not. I just don't think they have that. It's not. It's only like you like jazz and rock.
She has some good music, it's not. I don't like that, but.
Yeah, it's just not my genre.
Did want, the wheels.
I'm sure it's on someone on the top of the phone. Yeah, that or just don't say it.
But they did, they showed her the video, it's like, she got a signal.
It's probably from this.
It's right before she does.
It's safe. I mean,
Yeah, you know, there's a video for watching. That's clarity time.
Yeah.
She's down.
And looking at it, like, it's not standard. It's not.
I was saying, I didn't know if it's tickets.
Let's say I was submitting like that.
This is nice.
It's probably just a posting on
With this one, like, yeah, we saw. Basically, yeah.
easier.
I mean, just, they have friends.
Yeah.
And then they would show. They gave it enough.
Yeah.
That they do.
Yeah, I remember it's always the call that they come for accident. Yes, I saw it. Then they move it.
I remember there was big news about it. I think it was still the ladies side, I was just like, I think my system. And
like a month later, it's like, like, oh, on the side.
I was like,
I still, I want to start doing, I think, Instagram thing again, but also. Just make sure that like, be earn like every picture.
Yeah, I think that'd be so fun.
And of course, you know, I really have to make this video real weird, like what I'm doing.
And also when you.
Like, oh no, it's like on my toes.
No, just don't acknowledge it.
Like this. It's like, you know. I've never always clicked on interest report. I've never done anything like that. Yeah, you want like navigate back to it. Saying a bunch of new. Just like,
So you just do what I'm. That's something
you're like a new,
Oh, hell no.
I did that one time. Just one. So many things. At another time, I was working.
Really sad, it was worse.
That it might not be the shrimp, because they greased me up, got all the shrimp, I don't like that. And then it's stayed, but then you're just stuck in it. So you're stuck in the garment, those have soaking.
One thing I would do is something like that, so I'm here, like a boy one town, because my casing was like a shirt, like, oh. And it- I was a right hand one and left hand, so I saw like the extra.
Friday, my slot was randomly throwing pesos, so straight back sometimes. And I did that. Friday, yeah. It's fun. Really good, my shoulder's still sore.
What kind of food you?
We were just shooting very hard. Although I did function test round at A5, so the first thing I did was fire 30 12 gauge shell. So what I did was right in range. I was just fired it into there and trying to protect the line. But then I shot a bunch of people who were out. Once it's 30 carbine, it's a 5.56.
I'm gonna shoot my stickers down through that.
That's gotta be what was it.
Yeah, 7 here.
Yeah.
I got it.
Right, 7.9. So.
It is like. Then I think the cartridge says you can expand, wasn't yeah, I got a 1916 variant, which is different though. I really wanted a 1993 variant because that's the one that was used in Spanish America. Like, also before that, I was looking for like more regional patty ordinances. I know, I told my wife, she's like, I like my Spanish.
I mean, she also didn't fire the D3 340.
Well, yes, we're
Maybe about it, I still have.
yeah, because you get the American guy, you really say really cheap, that's what probably the animal costs a lot. Yeah. No, you can do it, I think. 6 farm. The opportunity is still available.
We'll be back.
Your toes would.
And let me stop right here. Do you need to look at it? Okay, okay. So I will finish the sharing of this one, and if somebody think